Welcome to the Billionaire Lifestyle Podcast with your host, Emmett Muckles. Please visit iTunes, Stitcher, or emmettmuckles.com to listen to all the episodes for free.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Billionaire Lifestyle. This is your host, Emmett Muckles, and I have a very wonderful guest. You know, he's a long way away, so I woke up very early to talk to this man. So this must be important for you guys. His name is Stephen Aitchinson. I almost got it right. And you know, guys, I always mess up people's last names, and I apologize for it because my name is Emmett Muckles. So I accept that as a fact of life. Good morning, good afternoon to you, Steve.
Good morning to you, Emmett, and I really appreciate you getting up so early. I know what time it is over there, so thank you very much.
So how's life treating you?
Life just now is going really well. Business is going brilliant. Family life is going brilliant. We've got the balance, so everything is going amazing just now.
And you've lost some weight, too.
Yeah, how did you know that?
I'm good, aren't I?
You're really good. You've done your research.
So let's talk about, let's start from the beginning. This is what I always try to do for people, is start from the beginning so that people have a good understanding of what's involved with someone on the Billionaire Lifestyle. You used to do self-help products, and how did that begin?
The self-help really started when I was about 19. I'll give you a quick story. When I was about 19, I was kind of lost. I just didn't know what I wanted to do, and kind of everything in my life was all kind of messed up. And I was in this bookshop in Kirkcaldy, and I was kind of reaching up for a book. It was a second-hand store, you know, that the musty smell you get in an old bookstore. So I was kind of reaching up for a book, and another one kind of fell out in its place and kind of knocked me on the top of the head and fell onto the floor, literally. And I kind of looked around to make sure nobody was watching me and nobody could because I was embarrassed. So I went to pick this book back up and put it back on the shelf. And I kind of looked, and it was a bright yellow cover with kind of red stripes, and it was Think and Grow Rich.
Ah, Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, Napoleon Hill book. And I thought, do you know what? I think, I don't know what made me, I just thought, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy the book. And ever since then, I was into kind of self-help. I read it on the bus home, and I thought, this is amazing. And it just kind of changed my life gradually. And I just got into self-help. And then I kind of went on to study psychology. I'd done a bit of nursing as well. And I kind of found a path that I wanted to take in life. And I found my kind of purpose in life through that, and I knew it was helping people in some way, and that's how I got into the self-help products as well. I knew people wanted a quick fix. Yeah. There's no quick fix. There's no quick fix, but there are kind of quicker ways to go about changing your thoughts and changing your life, because I believed if you could change your thoughts, you change your beliefs, and you change your life ultimately. Yeah. And that's kind of where it all started. That's where the blog started, and it really kind of grew really, really quickly. And I brought out the self-help products as well, and it just all kind of ballooned from there.
So you got into blogging from there as well. So you went from self-help into blogging, which became really popular about a decade ago. And then all of a sudden, you kind of you turned the wheels a little bit, and you got into your digital formula to help people. I mean, I don't understand the progression. Help me.
Well, I totally understand. Because I didn't want to do any business type of products. I just want to do personal development and help as many people around the world as possible. But I started this Facebook page, and about 2014, and I thought, okay, I'm going to master Facebook so I can help more people around the world. And it ballooned. It went up to 1 million kind of followers within the first year, and people kept on writing to me saying, how have you grown your Facebook page? So give them free kind of advice and just say, this is how I done it, go away and do it. So they kept on writing. So I thought, I'll write an ebook and I'll give that away for free to people who ask me, because I was getting that many questions about it. So every time somebody asked me a question about growing a Facebook page, I said, here's a PDF, go away, do it. I've not got time, I'm working on personal development. But then they still kept saying, do you do coaching? Do you do this? Can you teach me? And I thought, oh, shit, there's an idea there for a business. And it just exploded. Yeah, it was just exploded from there. I thought, I'm going to bring out a product, do a video kind of membership site, and it's overtaken the whole business now.
That's pretty awesome, dude. You have a gift. You have, I talk to other people, and so what you've basically said is that you have angels that literally guide you to where you need to be. You just have to make sure you open up to hear them.
Exactly, because if I didn't listen to that message and think, there's the people that ask me all these questions, and you've got to listen to your readers. If they weren't asking all these questions, I wouldn't have that kind of ping moment, when the light bulb goes off. So I was in the right place at the right time, but I was meant to be there. Because what I'm doing just now, I'm helping entrepreneurs who are helping other thousands of people around the world. So my reach is actually bigger now because of that program. So I think it was meant to happen.
Yeah. So what is it exactly doing for entrepreneurs? Because I know Facebook has kind of taken over.
Yeah.
I mean, it really has. It's undeniable.
And Facebook's only going to get bigger. They're not going to go away in the next couple of years, 5 years, 10 years. They're still good because of all the innovative products they're bringing out with Facebook Live and everything they're doing, kind of 360 video and stuff like that as well. What's doing for entrepreneurs? Entrepreneurs need a platform. They need something to reach the masses. In other words, they need distribution of attention. So without that distribution of attention, you're never going to be able to sell anything. You're never going to be able to get your message across to anybody. And Facebook is the platform for getting that distribution of attention. And that's what I teach kind of in the YDF program. First, initially, to grow your Facebook page. But then it's also about growing your business. You need that business acumen, that business sense. And you need to know about funnels, about email marketing, about all the different styles of marketing. But you need the platform first. And then you grow your email list. And then you kind of make products. And then you learn the marketing side of it as well. So that's really what it does for entrepreneurs. It gives them that platform in order to grow their business.
So this is getting away from that old ideology and mindset of having a landing page and then a website with this long garb about this, that, and the other, to where you're reaching direct customers because that's where they live.
Yeah, it's because you don't. I still think you need a website. I still think it's good to have a website. So that's another part of your platform. You can direct everything over to your website, make that the main hub. But with a Facebook page, you don't really need anything else. You can grow your email list from that. You can sell products directly from your Facebook page, and you can grow a business from your Facebook page. But Facebook own the page. You've got to remember that as well. You've got to remember that.
That's what I was going to say. There are some things about Facebook. For instance, they're kind of like Google when Google had its.
Yeah.
It was the only kid in town, and they will come in and they'll all of a sudden they'll change the coding, the back end coding, or the algorithm for it, or they'll change some. Certain things that you can and cannot do on Facebook. How do you combat that stuff?
Well, what you're doing is constantly keeping up to date with the algorithm changes. So you need to know kind of what Facebook are pushing. Right now they're pushing videos, they're pushing live videos just now. That's why I've got a live show as well, twice a day for 5 days a week. So you need to know what they're pushing, and you need to keep up to date with the algorithm changes. And what I do, I keep up to date, and I tell all the members of the YDF program, the Your Digital Formula program, what's happening, what's changing, and how you can kind of get around it, and how you can go with the flow as well.
So, so you really kind of answered a couple of things for me. So you say that Facebook has moved to a digital format where they want to captivate every aspect of your digital life, basically. So they want to give you the video, they want to give you the audio, they want you to have the friends connection. But what if somebody's not video savvy? What if someone can't present very well and use those formats because it's a personal connection? If I'm obtaining something from you, I'm much more likely to be engaged if I know I'm connecting to you. And video does that. So what if someone's not really into video for Facebook? And
you can still be into video, but not be in front of the camera. Because I didn't want to be in front of the camera. I loved staying behind the computer, being kind of anonymous and just writing away. But you can still make videos without you being in front of the camera. So what we're doing just now is making like kind of video stories. If you looked on the Facebook page, you can make video stories that go viral. there's a way to kind of make videos go viral. So you can do that as well. You don't need to be in front of the camera, because a lot of people are scared to be in front of the camera, but we encourage our members to go in front of the camera if they want to brand themselves. Yeah. So if you're a coach, it doesn't make sense for you not to be in front of the camera. So it's good to get over that hump and just go in front of the camera for 2 minutes, and then you'll start to love Facebook Live, for example, or YouTube Live, or Twitter Live, or Instagram Live. But you need to get yourself out there.
Can I ask you something? And this is off of a different platform. What about Periscope and Twitter? How do they compare to the Facebook platform?
Well, I think Facebook are looking to take over, and I think they have. They kind of have taken over. They definitely have. Periscope, if I'm being honest, I don't really kind of want to say this, but Periscope is kind of going down. Yeah, it is, because Facebook Live has taken over. Twitter have just come on with the live that you can do. They've recently come on with the live, and that's because Twitter is kind of going down the Swanee as well, to be honest, with regards to the users and what you can do with it. So they're trying innovative products as well. So the only kind of social media platform that's really keeping up is Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, and YouTube. YouTube have got live now as well, and they're integrating a social aspect to it, like Facebook, but it's nowhere near as kind of integrated as Facebook is just now. So I think Facebook are going to be here for a long, long time.
Yeah, because I've been paying attention to some of the things, and it depends on the kind of traffic that you're looking for. You can use these different mediums, but Facebook is your constant contact to the customer, because they can be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, yeah, I can see he posted something, and it's not time centric like some of the other platforms are.
Yeah.
So what about these live events that your network base are doing in the current medium? How have you gotten them to morph into the current situation?
Well, the live events, we've got a live event coming up in YDF Scotland. And basically that came about by accident as well. Again, I'll give you a quick story. Back in 2016, I work with a mastermind group, and for the first time we were going to meet up in London. So I thought this would be an ideal opportunity to meet some of the YDF members. So I put a post out in the secret group just to say, listen, I'm going to be in London in May if you want to meet up for a drink and a meal. So it was only going to be a couple of hours. So a couple of people responded and said, yeah, we'd love to meet up with you. We're in London. That'd be fantastic. But then people from Ireland, people from Germany, people from Guatemala and America, they said, we'd like to come as well. And I'm saying, no, it's only for a drink and a meal. It's going to be a couple of hours. And I said, we'd still like to come over and meet you. I'm going, oh, shit. I can't have people come over and meet me just for a drink and a meal and then send them back to America or Guatemala or wherever. So we organised this event within the space of about 6 weeks in London, and it was held for about 50 people, and it was brilliant. And I loved doing the live event. It was the first time I'd ever spoken in public, but I loved it. And we got a couple of speakers, so I thought we could make this an annual event and just do it in Scotland. So we've got one in Scotland this year, YDF Scotland, in June, and the 15th and 16th, and we've got kind of speakers from all over the world, and it's just going to grow and grow and grow, hopefully. That came about.
Is that at a castle? That's at a castle you're having it, correct?
Yeah, it's at Dundas Castle, yeah. So I thought, do you know when you go to events, you're there for the speakers, you're there for the knowledge, but I wanted to give them a wee bit more. I want them to be immersed in an experience. Yeah. So they get to experience something different. So even before the speakers come on stage, you're in this big, massive castle in Scotland, and you're seeing all the kind of heritage of Scotland as well. So I want it to be an experience, not just about knowledge as well. So that's how that came about as well.
Yeah, you know, it's really funny that right before I speak to you, my wife and I were talking, and she was kind of giving me inklings. She's like, you need to start this other business. She's like, because you're a really great teacher. And I immediately thought about the interview.
Well, you should, and I don't, because I was looking around before, I'm going to be honest here, I was looking around, obviously checking you out, checking some of your podcasts. I thought, I don't see any programs that you've got. I thought you might have had a program online. And I thought, I can't find it. I was searching Google and I thought, why have you not got a program? Even because everybody's got knowledge that people want to pay for.
And I have a lot of knowledge. I've done a lot in my life.
Yeah, even for podcasting. People want to know about podcasting. If you're not into that, you've got loads of knowledge about other stuff as well.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what she said. She's like, you've done everything. She's like, you've been a chef. She's like, you've been deep in science. She was like, and you're crazy with solar energy. She's like, people need half the stuff you know. I was like, yeah, I've forgotten more stuff than most people know.
Yeah, you definitely need to get out there, Emmett.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons I didn't come out with a product straight away is because I wanted to build an audience, and
Yep.
I wanted to do it organically. So what I really did was, because I used to be a DJ as well.
What have you not done?
And yeah, I'm done because there's a whole different school here. And what I did was literally buried all my other businesses. I just stopped them, killed the websites, and I just wanted no association, and I let it die down, and I started building the Billionaire Lifestyle blog and podcast organically so I could see the journey. So I can see going from zero and watch it go incremental. And there's also a lesson in here. Especially in America, this is more prevalent, that we want immediate gratification. Why is
exactly?
And you hear about people saying, yeah, I got 10 million followers overnight. And that's so prevalent in our digital culture, but that's not realistic. I mean,
No.
for the most part, it's just like when you open up a store. You open up a store and you put your banner up. You tell all your family first, hey, I'm opening up a store. And then you're going to have some foot traffic go by the store, and then they're going to come in. And eventually it's going to spread organically to where it becomes a viable entity. Ultimately, it's going to hit a tipping point, and then everything clicks.
Exactly.
So that's what, with the Billionaire Lifestyle, that's what I'm experimenting with. Is one, a lesson for myself for patience and virtue.
Mm-hmm.
For two, to let it mature so that when it gets there, when it gets to a certain level, it's a better quality, because it's a learning process for me too, because I suck at writing. I know what's in my head, but it doesn't necessarily make sense. So I always want to talk. And one of the biggest things for me was just to be able to give a voice to people like you and be of service. That's the biggest things for me. So this has so many different layers for me than just putting up a site and making a product and getting an audience. It's a expansion process for me.
And I think that's actually a brilliant point you've made, because what turned around my business, when I literally stopped asking the question, because I was working as an alcohol and drug addiction counsellor as well before I'd done this for 6 years, working with the homeless as well. And when I was trying to get online and make this a full-time kind of profession, I kept on asking the question, how can I make more money? How can I get more money so I can give up my full-time job? But almost kind of overnight, when I stopped asking the question, how can I make more money, and changed the question to, how can I help more people?
Yeah.
That's when the business changed. And that's what you're doing just now. You've started from, how can I help more people? How can I reach more people to get a brilliant message across? And when you do that, that's when your kind of business changes. Your mindset changes almost. And that's when you know, okay, I'm in this for the long term. I don't want to be rich overnight. Well, most people do, but it never happens. It never happens. And when you ask that question, how can I help more people? That's when the money starts coming in as well.
And it's really funny, because this is why I was really excited about you, because you have a network, and you've already said this, I have this network. So now you've just expanded my universe. So there people are going to say, oh, he talked to Emmett. I have a message I could talk to Emmett about too. So all of a sudden, my universe is expanding just by talking to you.
Yep.
And that's how it's supposed to work. We're not supposed to just be innocuous people talking or buying or consuming. We're supposed to develop these relationships that expand our total consciousness and experience, because life is about the experience. That's why we're living the billionaire lifestyle, because There's at least 1 billion of us on the planet. You have 1 billion cells. I have 1 billion unique cells. So we're already there. It's just we have to connect the Trinity, the mind, body, and spirit, and then everything will click.
Exactly.
You got me preaching this morning, man. So let's get back to your digital media. Is this open to the public? Your events?
The events, YDF Scotland is open to the public, so we're that's a big focus. Just now, Maria Flynn, who works with me, she's the kind of operations manager. We're kind of really working hard together on that for YDF Scotland. The YDF program itself is closed to new members, but we've given to your kind of listeners, if they want to join the program, we've opened it up to your listeners, and we'll give you a link for that as well. And you can also get the $300 off just for your listeners as well. So we've done that because we did close it down because we're going to do a launch in September. But we thought, well, if I'm going on podcasts, I can't say, well, the program's closed. So we'll offer it to your listeners as well if they want to join the kind of YDF program and get in on the experience, because it's a brilliant group that we've got in there as well, plus all the training, plus the access that you've got to myself and the group and that as well. It's just an amazing kind of, it's an experience. That's what it's about. What you said there as well. It's all about experiences.
So is everything online, or is there a hard label content, or is it just digital?
Purely digital. So it's all online. And you've got the Facebook group, you've got the kind of YDF program, which has got all the videos, it's got the PDF files. So there's no kind of hard content that you get sent out. It's all kind of digital, and you can do it on your mobile phone, you can do it from your home, from abroad, and watch it there as well. So yeah, it's all digital. It's brilliant.
So I have to ask you this particular question. I tried to do my homework on you as well, and you have so many websites that are kind of related to your name, and they all get good traffic, which is really good, because I went to SimilarWeb for each one of your websites.
Did you?
Oh, I'm a beast when it comes to digital. And I'm like, why does he have all these different? And you had the link that I was given, and I was like, I don't understand. You have to explain what's with the different. Is it for the different factions of the business, or your different personalities of the business, shall I say?
Well, originally, because I tried everything. I literally had about 200 websites. 200 websites, and I was trying with Google AdSense. I was kind of doing all the kind of Google stuff that you shouldn't have been doing in the past, and they kind of changed to Panda when all that came out, all the animal stuff and Google came out. I just kind of got lost in a quagmire. So I had all these, so I got rid of all them and tried to really narrow it down and focus on the blogging stuff they've got, and the kind of personal development stuff. So now I've only got about 12 websites or something. But I'm trying to narrow it down further to just have three main websites, and that'll be the products, there'll be the kind of business side of it, and the personal development side as well.
Okay, so can you give me those titles?
So the first one, the first website is yourdigitalformula.com, but there's a blog there, so it's blog.yourdigitalformula.com, and that's the kind of business side of things. The personal development side of things is stephenaitchison.co.uk/blog, and that's the kind of big kind of blog that I started 10 years ago, and it gets about 500,000 to 1 million visitors a month. And the other one we've got is Jesus, what is it? Oh, that's it. So I forgot. I was just going to give you another. It's positivelifeaffirmations.net. So it's about kind of just affirmations and changing the way you think and changing your beliefs, because that's where it all comes from. So that's the three main ones just now.
You know what that moment was, don't you?
I don't like to name it, but name it for me.
It's called OLD.
Yes. That was the name I didn't want to give it.
Yeah, my kids always say, "Daddy, are you suffering from OLD?" I'm like, stop it. So this has been pretty awesome, and I thank you for being involved with the Billionaire Lifestyle. Please share it with your constituency, because like I said, I am looking, this is a learning experience for myself. So now, as I am very much a Jameson's fan, when I come to Scotland, you and I have to tip one up together.
Definitely.
And we have to have some blood sausage. Oh my goodness, I love blood sausage. You can't get it here in the States.
Blood sausage?
You can't get blood sausage here.
What's blood sausage?
You don't know what blood sausage is? Oh, it's kind of like the sausage that they take with like innards, and they take the blood and then they make a sausage out of it. Actually, I saw it in a restaurant in Scotland, and it's a very Eurocentric food.
I've never heard of blood sausage.
You've heard of haggis before, though, right?
Oh, yeah. Are you talking about black pudding?
Yes. It's
black pudding.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I
yes.
love black pudding. Love black pudding.
You know what I like it best with? Eggs, sunny side up. Oh, my God.
With tomato sauce in it?
No, I just like it like that.
No, you just like that?
Yeah, because the spice is here and
Yeah, black pudding.
It's morning here, so I'm thinking about breakfast. That's why. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we put this podcast together, you will get a coupon to join the program. It will be in a link on the blog post, and you can also just go to. Actually, you can type in your digital formula, and it will pop up in Google, because I know a lot of times we say these URLs, but people are like, oh.
Yeah.
There's this cool place called Google, and if you type in kind of relative to what we're saying, you're going to find this guy, because he has the beard that I've been trying to get for the last 40 years.
This happened overnight. I had a shave last night, and it just happened. It grew overnight.
That's all right. That's fine. At least you can do it. Look, man, I am not young, and I can probably get some hair on my chinny chin chin. That's it. It's been great having you on the show. Do you have any last words for the audience before we depart?
If you're thinking about starting an online business, any type of business, I would just say a lot of people give up just before they could have made it. You never know what that point is. So the best thing to do is just keep going. If you've got a dream, if you've got a passion, if you've got something you really want to get out there and you've got a message, keep going. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It's not going to happen overnight. Despite what everybody tells you, or the JV marketers and stuff, it's not going to happen overnight. Just keep going. If you've got that passion and dream, just go for it.
There you go, because I don't need to say any more after that. It's been a pleasure, my man. Thank you so much.
Emmett, thank you so much for having me on. A real pleasure. Thank you.
All right.